Hello, queens, kings, crafty admirers, and friends. Jacqueline Haley here, hand of the queen. Well, I'm here to share with you my vision of uh, well, it's sort of like an antique and a vintage, I guess. Um, I will say the digital pictures used are more of an antique design. But at any rate, remember I told you all that I was working on a very large wall hanging, that I was considering a wall hanging. Well, what it is when I did the stuffed envelope um, file folder pocket by Angie Bell, uh, I sort of like went with that concept, but I did not make it a file folder label. So I'm going to show you now what I have done. It is a wall hanging. This is it. Hope I can get it all in frame. Maybe I need to come up a little higher. I think that's about as high as I would care to go. But this is it. I'm going to turn it to the side. And this is the rhinestone, or it's like a glass bead chain. And I had acquired that chain as a gift from my lovely friend Juana Hudson of Latina Loves Lace. When we went to the boho retreat, she gifted me with this package of chain that was by Sheila Gingrich. So I used a piece of it and made a hanger. I trimmed the outside of the pocket with gold. It's like a glitter-like trim. Hope I'm in frame. I try to hold it on the side here, and I placed this wired ribbon. It's a beautiful satiny gold, sort of a golden mustard color with dark brown leaves. I placed that at the bottom. All right, and then I made 2 tags. The tags, see, I'm going to cover up something because I don't want you to see it just yet. So let me find something to cover this up. All right, this is the first tag. All right, stay there. And this is made with a vintage Quaker lace tablecloth. I have the vintage or antique picture here that I hand torn the edges, distressed them. The Quaker lace is a little coffee stained. There is a snippet of like a kiwi green here. Here is a snippet of sari silk and a snippet of gold ribbon-like trim. And then we have the embroidered doily in the kiwi at the top. And it has a sentiment that says hope. And this is the back, if you care to write on it. Now I'm going to cover the other side, and I'll show you the other tag. Be nice. And this is the other tag, done with a coffee washed or stained Quaker lace tablecloth. Have a snippet of a doily piece, applique piece here, the gold trim here, and the green kiwi. Sentiment says shine, and we have the kiwi green doily at the top. You can place a ribbon if you want to hang it. And there's a small gold snippet here. The edges are hand torn, and use the Tim Holtz distressed ink. And this is the back for writing. All right, now let me show you the picture of the wall hanging. There is the picture. And here is a bookmark. I'm sorry, I didn't show that. So this is the picture of the wall hanging. It's gorgeous. I have used rhinestone bling piece here as her earrings. And then there's a rhinestone piece that I cut here and placed as a necklace, a pearl at the bottom. This is a sari silk chartreuse green embroidered lace that I sort of fashioned into her top of her dress. This is a gold flower that I cut back, and I applied some flat back pearls and the smaller pearl stamen. And then on the gentleman, I simply took a piece of sari silk ribbon and tried to fashion him a tie to complement her. So let me hold it to the side. I just love it. I don't normally compliment myself. I don't like to do that, or I don't like to hear that. But this is one that I will say, I am going to say, I love it. And I hope you enjoy viewing it. All right, now this is the back. And on the back of the envelope, I have the stenciled. And if you notice, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this is a cameo stencil here. Lady Cameo. Maybe you can see it a little better. But I stenciled it with the Tim Holtz distressed ink. So that is the back. And then inside, it's not quite dry yet, but I'm going to show it anyway. I fashioned and crafted. What I did was the composition books that you can buy, the black and white. I cut it close to the middle, and then I applied this Quaker lace again and bridal net, vintage bridal net. There's vintage velvet strips here. Here are paper dark brown flowers. I rolled a rose with the Quaker lace here, and I applied the kiwi embroidered doily underneath that. I ruffled a vintage velvet ruffle here at the top. And then this is the image. I have very small flat back pearls. You know, I always use pearls. I love my flat back pearls. And you'll see that I use them in most of my items that I craft. It's more or less me. That's what I do. And then I did not use my signature ring. I forgot to put that on this and on the wall hanging, but I will put a signature ring, the little gold ring that you know for sure that it's mine. It's my design. And see, I did sort of go in and splash the pages with coffee stain blotches, but it's still a little damp. And I don't know if I may cover this. I'm not sure. but I would like for it to remain, to see that it was a composition book. And then this is the back. So, you know, it's still damp from where I went in and splashed the pages. And the bottom has the Quaker lace and the bridal net. So that was what I was working on, and I really, really enjoyed doing it. I've sort of gotten attached to this couple, to the lady on the tag, and to the boy. I've really gotten attached to these people. And the girl on the notebook. So there's plenty room for notes. And that is my project that I was working on. And I have now completed it, except for adding my signature ring. I will probably add one on here. I don't know for sure. I'll see how it looks, and then I'll add one on here. And these I will not add my signature ring to. So that completes my vision that I had for crafting with these antique. They're sort of like, they're not cabinet cards, and I don't remember the name of the digital that I used, but to me they remind me of cabinet cards. And you know, it's very, very difficult, almost impossible to find reasonable African American cabinet cards. They're very expensive, and I think I only have maybe 3 to my collection of cabinet cards, but these were reminded me so much of the cabinet cards, and the images are very intriguing to me. And so I didn't mention, this is a fabric, a piece of muslin that love was stamped on it. And I think I had secured that from Debbie Ham when she was selling some fabric strips, muslin strips with various sentiments on them. And the kiwi embroidery doily, I believe those were from Dawn Marie of Uniquely Yours by Dawn Marie. So that pretty much describes it. The velvet, I don't remember where I got it at, but I've had it for a long time. So thank you all again so much for watching. Happy trails. We will meet again soon. I'm working on, I'm going to start working on the project that Etta of Stay Creative Crafting Circle had asked us to do a sort of like a spiritual project. So I'm working on that now. I'm going to begin working on that. It was Friday's prompt. I will be coming on with that later. So I'm beginning to stutter and stammer over my words. So right now I'm going to close. And again, thank you so much for watching. Happy trails, blessings, much love, and I look forward to seeing many of your projects as well. Goodbye.